Hey guys, thanks for clicking on to spend your time with me today. If you are new here, please consider hitting the subscribe button because I'd be really happy to have you here. As well as if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for your continued support. So, today's video isn't going to really be cash related. So, if that's not really your cup of tea, then please feel free just to join us for the next video. But I do think it is really important that we don't only look forward to goals for the next year but also reflect over what happened the year before. So this video will be to think about what I am grateful for that happened in 2022. So what I have done is I have a new notebook because I have decided that instead of doing the digital form of stuffing that I have been doing my budgeting, I've decided to go back to pen and paper just because I am a person that enjoys scribbling quite a lot. So it just didn't feel right that I was using an iPad, if that makes any kind of sense. So I have gone back to pen and paper, just a simple notebook, because budgeting doesn't have to be really, what's that word that I'm looking for? For want of a better word, it doesn't have to be bougie. It has to be just what's right for you. And a pen and paper is good enough. So yeah, with that waffle done, I'm going to pop into the first page, and as you can see, it's all coloured because I like colours. Colours make me happy, and like I said, this year I am doing my budgeting more for what makes me happy rather than what I think people want to see, if that makes sense. Yeah, we're in a waffle already. So I made a list of everything that I'm grateful for in 2022, and the first one is a bit of a strange one that I have to explain. It is continuing to break the cycle of parenting. By this I mean that when I grew up, I remember angry parents and kind of feeling like my thoughts weren't as appreciated as anybody else's. So in terms of saying break the cycle, I mean I actively try and listen to my children. I try and take on board what they're saying. Their opinions mean a lot to me. And also I like to get I'm not quite sure how to explain it. It's like I don't let them rule me, but I also let them feel like they have a choice in what they're doing. So like if I'm going to the shop and they feel like they just don't want to be at the house that day, I will ask like parents to, like their dad to look after them. That doesn't, I'm really not making sense. I really should have thought this video through a bit more. But in terms of I am just listening more and actively making steps to make my children feel appreciated, because I didn't have that as a child. So it's so easy just to fall into the cycle of what we know, what our parents used to parent us like, and to copy and paste that parenting to our children. And that's not something that I wanted to carry on, because I don't want my children to feel the way that I felt, and I don't want them to have the same issues that I now have as a parent when they're older. It's a little bit hard without getting emotional about it, but as an adult now, I struggle to tell someone that I love them, and I constantly feel like my time isn't worthy. Like I'm not worthy of people's time, and I really don't want that for my children. So I am actively taking steps to break the cycle. The next one is I have a lot of love in my life. In 2022, I have never felt more loved, and I know that kind of contradicts what I've just said, but on my partner's side of the family, I have never felt more respected and loved and cherished than I have this year. We finally got to get married this year after trying to plan it in 2022, and obviously COVID shut it all down. And the amount of love that I just felt on that day, and everyone was just stepping in to help. And on my wedding day, I had my partner's niece and sister-in-law come to do my hair and my makeup. His sister helped me get into my dress. My mum was there, and she helped me do like the final bits and bobs, and it was just like a family get together, and it was just really so nice. And I've never felt as much love as I've felt this year. So number 3 is I restarted my career in 2022. I did take a big break to have the children, and my eldest, is now 8 years old. So there was a block of, say, 7 years that I didn't work, and I'm very grateful now to be back in the career that I want to be in, because I didn't realise how much I missed working until I actually got back to work. And it's more so just for the fact of people know me as me rather than mum, if that makes sense. With stepping out of work, the only circles that you can really fall in then are ones that cater to children. So I was going to a lot of child groups, like play schemes and stuff like that, whereas the parents would only know me as a parent there, whereas at work they know me as me, as a person and not a mother. So number 4 is finding the budgeting community and having the support to keep on my journey. And that is largely you guys that are watching this video right now and supporting and just listening to me waffle away. If it wasn't for the support that I do get on this channel, I do think that I would have fallen back into the old times of just spending what I wanted when I wanted, just because it was there. But I feel like uploading these videos and getting feedback from you lot, it keeps me kind of on the narrow path to want to keep to making these videos. And I'm just so happy that YouTube recommended me that budgeting video that I very first saw, that kind of sparked in me that, oh yes, maybe I could do this. Yeah, so you guys, thank you so much for supporting me in 2022, and hopefully I will continue to earn your support for 2023. The next one is kind of linked on that we haven't gotten into any further debt since starting the budgeting journey. Now, I dread to think the amount of debt that we would be in right now if that video hadn't popped up on my feed that first day. We have had a few things happen that we have had to dip into the wallets for, whereas we would have pretty much been out in the dark if not for saving that money. So we would have racked up a lot more debt, and to be honest, it was starting to spiral into not being able to control that debt. So now with you guys, I haven't gotten into any further debt, which I'm so happy about, because debt, you don't realise how much it actually weighs on your shoulders until you start being able to pay down the debt, and you realise kind of like that, oh, this feels nice that we're working towards not being in debt. Yeah. And tied in again, I'm grateful for having money left at the end of the month. We still have money in the binders technically from when I started the journey, which was in June or July, one or the other, I can't really remember. But we still have money technically from then, which is crazy, because I've had conversations with other budgeters that before we started the journey, it's like we had no money at the end of the month, and I have absolutely no idea where that money went, and it actually makes me feel a little bit sick, to the point that it's just gone and we have nothing to show for it, and it is just literally wasted because we'd spend all that money and then be in more debt. So I don't like to think about it too much, because it does make me feel just a little bit uneasy that we wasted so much money. So I'm very, very grateful that we are now no longer wasting money. I am happy for happy and healthy children in 2022, because there were a lot of nasty bugs going around, COVID, and now the strep A that's going around. And I'm so grateful that my children are happy and healthy and thriving, and hopefully continues on to 2023, because that's all we can really hope for, isn't it? That our children are happy and healthy. So, and the last one is for all my subscribers who supported my videos and keep me accountable. And I know that I mentioned that up here somewhere, but I am just so thankful for everyone that takes their time to spend it with me, because I know my videos aren't the most interesting pretty much most of the time, but I have a core group of people that I see my comments every single video that support, and you have no idea how much just watching and commenting on my video really does mean a lot to me, and it's because of you guys that I'm changing my life. You keep me accountable and happy making videos just in this little small pocket of the internet, and there are a certain amount of people that I watch that really do inspire me to keep on the journey. It just absolutely blows my mind that you guys have never met me. You don't know what I look like. All you know are my hands and my voice, and you're happy to support my life in a way that I don't have outside of YouTube. The only person that really knows about my video is my partner, and he's happy to support me, but we don't have like family support to the point where I actually feel like they might take the mick a little bit if they found out about my videos. So thank you so much for you guys that do actually support unconditionally, because it really does mean more to me than I could tell. So now that my 2022 grateful for list is done, looking forward to 2023, my wishes are that we have a home to call our own, because right now we are living with my mum. Because of other circumstances that happened, it just happened that we moved back here. So as a family, we would like to move out and have our own home that we can decorate and call our own, and just lay down our own roots. To have a healthy husband and children. Now, the children part is going on the right track. My husband, however, is type 1 diabetic, and he had a detached retina at the beginning of this year that he is still waiting for surgery to... he had a first surgery where they fixed his eye, and now he is waiting for the second surgery to kind of finish fixing it. He has, like, not wanting to be too grim because it freaks me out with eyes, but he has some kind of gel in his eye that needs to be taken out to give him back his vision in that eye. So I'm hoping that in terms of healthy husband, he will get his surgery, because I know now that it's getting to the point where we are getting very frustrated at the fact that it was meant to be 6 weeks after his first surgery that he got his second surgery, and here we are about a year later and still nothing. So number 3 is to keep the willpower to continue budgeting, and I do think this will be one of those easy wishes, because again, mainly you guys, and also my husband's giving me the support that I need to carry on cracking on to do this, because he is absolutely amazed at the power of budgeting. He actually gets to go to see a football away game in January that he otherwise wouldn't have been able to get to go to if it wasn't for budgeting. So my husband and football kind of go hand in hand, so now he is a complete convert to budgeting. The 4th one is to improve my mental health and physical health. I did lose 3 stone before we got married, and I am very embarrassed to say that it is now all back on. So beginning of January, I want to try and work really, really hard to get that weight back off, because I feel like physical and mental health go hand in hand, and they are both kind of going this direction rather than this direction. So that's one of the main ones that I'm going to work on for 2023. And the last one is for my loved ones to be happy and successful. And that is terms of my friends, you guys. I want you guys to be happy and successful, and my family, and just anyone that crosses paths with me. I just want everyone to be happy, because I know that it's really, really easy to get bogged down, especially with everything that's happening right now with the cost of living crisis and all that kind of junk. So yeah, I just hope for everyone watching this that 2023 continues to be an amazing year for you guys, and that you get all of your goals and continue on your budgeting journey nice and strong, if that is what you are doing. If you are just a viewer of these videos and you don't actually do the budgeting, I hope that you get your goals in life for 2023. And I think that's the end of this waffle. If you did make it to the end, I really do appreciate you. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. And hopefully, as we go into 2023, we can all continue to support one another, and we all have the best year possible. So, with that being said, thank you so much for watching till the end. I do realise that this was just the biggest ramble video ever possible. So, if you did make it to here, please comment down below with a pen emoji, just to celebrate that I'm going back to pen and paper, because I feel like that's what's right for me for 2023 at the moment, because we all know how much I flip-flop around with decisions. So yeah, leave a pen emoji, and I will see you all again in 2023. Bye.